Hey, real quick, we've got a new hand plush on pre-order. It's bigger than my head, see? And everything else in the store is on sale to make room for some amazing new stuff coming down the pipeline. Click the link below to go check it out.
Hey, bud. I know the dentist's office can be a little scary, but don't worry. You're in good hands. Let me help you into that seat, and then after I'm done, I'll let you pick a toy from the toy chest.
Okay.
Does this hurt?
No.
What about this?
A little.
And this?
Ow!
How about this? And a little bit of that. And this!
Help, Mom! Help!
What about this? Huh? Does that hurt? How about some of this? Does that hurt? Does that hurt? He did such a good job. Look at that smile.
Oh, what a pretty smile. Good job, sweetheart. I'll get you a treat on the way home.
Don't forget to floss. That way, next time won't hurt as bad.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and like many people, I have a mouthful of teeth. And with that comes some dental-related trauma. To put it lightly, these pearly whites didn't come without a little suffering. Let's start at the beginning. Little Bryson was irresponsible and had gotten a few cavities from eating too much Halloween candy, and Mom took me to the dentist to get the affected baby teeth removed. The numbing shot hurt pretty bad at first, but then I couldn't feel a thing. I guess that's why they call it a numbing shot.
Okay, bye. Don't eat anything for 3 hours or you'll bite your tongue.
On the drive home, I was fascinated with the numb sensation in my mouth, wiggling my tongue around and stuff. Then little old me thought it would be fun to bite my tongue lightly. It was so weird to not feel anything. The numbing shot had made me invincible. As many of you know, I was a very late bloomer. All the other kids got bigger and stronger, and I just didn't. This also caused me to lose my baby teeth very late. At 12 years old, I still had several baby teeth. Then one day, my mom took me to an orthodontist, and he gave her his spiel about how acting early can help a lot and blah, blah, blah. She was sold, and they glued some braces on me, while I still had baby teeth. Why are you putting braces on them? They're just gonna fall out. I guess lying to my mom, taking her money, and causing me a ton of physical pain without even fixing anything was worth getting paid. That dude was definitely lying through his teeth. Regardless, I wasn't old enough to unlock free will, so it wasn't up to me. So I was resigned to 2 years of braces scraping into my lips, food getting stuck in them all the time, and terrible pain every time the rubber bands got changed. Ow! Oh, and by the way, you can't eat popcorn for 2 years. But that wasn't even the worst of it. During this time, the orthodontist decided that I needed even more metal in my mouth and introduced my mom to the palate expander. The purpose of the palate expander was not to introduce you to a wider variety of flavors, but to widen your back teeth so they have more room to work with to make your smile nice and straight. The process begins with the orthodontist gently and lovingly jamming rubber bands in between your teeth and letting them slowly push your teeth apart, giving you a piercing headache and ruthless insomnia. Then he uses the space created by the rubber bands to jam this diabolical metal contraption around your teeth. And then every week it gets cranked 3 times to push your teeth further apart and cause horrible pain. I hated this thing so much. It hurt all the time, it crowded my mouth, it hurt when my tongue touched it, and food would get stuck in between the expander and the roof of my mouth. Braces already ruined the joy of food. I don't need more crevices for food to get stuck. Not to mention how annoying it is for your tongue to know exactly where the food is stuck, but then you reach in and your finger can't find it. The food is stuck right there.
Where?
It's right here.
I can't find it.
Ah! This phenomenon is known as the tongue-finger disconnect, and I hate it. Eventually, 2 painful years had passed. They took all the metal out of my mouth, and I felt like...
They say that we malfunction. What in the robo Satan are you? A new model? Fancy. Listen, I'm just gonna head over this way, if that's alright with you.
You hit a noise earlier?
Sound like something big moving. Could be another pipe bursting. This place is falling apart. Yeah, well, if something does jump out, you're going first. You're kidding? I'm hiding behind you so fast you think I teleported.
Come on, come on. Don't glitch on me now.
My shackles were broken, I was free, and I could finally eat popcorn again. In fact, one day I was eating popcorn. I only had one baby tooth left, and the adult tooth was coming in under it, making it loose. I sat there eating popcorn, and I accidentally chewed on an unpopped kernel. The baby tooth had broken in half between the adult tooth and the kernel. But I couldn't let that calcium go to waste.
So good and tasty?
I finally had all my adult teeth, and my dental troubles were over. Or so I thought. A year later, my family moved. I thought I was in the clear until Mom took me to another orthodontist.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the first set of braces really did anything. I mean, only an idiot would put braces on baby teeth. Yeah, I would recommend getting new braces now that the adult teeth are in.
That's what I was saying! Why did we even put the first set of braces on? Basically, I was gonna have to have braces on for 4 years because the first braces didn't actually do anything.
Bryson, I think we should do it. I want you to have a pretty smile.
I think you should do it too, Bryson. I'll make a lot of money if you do.
Guys, my smile is fine.
Well, let's look at the x-rays. You have a pretty pronounced overbite that causes a lot of problems later in life. You should be grateful that your mom wants to pay to fix your teeth. You kind of have like a Bart Simpson lip going on, and we would want to get that fixed.
This guy literally body shamed me into getting braces again by comparing me to a cartoon character. But I am a cartoon character, so why am I even wearing these? I can just draw myself with perfect teeth. And to correct my Bart Simpson lip, I had to not only get another palate expander, but also rubber bands to pull my lower jaw forward.
So, how was your week, bud?
I hate you.
So, 2 more horrendous years of pain ensued. Cranking my teeth apart, wearing rubber bands, and getting food stuck in my teeth all over again. It couldn't come fast enough, but the day finally came. I was completely free.
Yeah, I'm noticing that these teeth are rather small. What we could do is remove them and move all these teeth forward to fill its place.
At this moment, pure malice and rage boiled up inside me. I refused to be imprisoned again. Shut up! Shut up!
What?
I already had them on for 4 years. I'm done. I won't let you body shame me into giving you more of my mom's money so you can torture me for another 2 years. So we ran out, and 2 of my teeth are a little smaller than they should be. Oh no, what a nightmare. I'd much rather keep them as is than do this. I was finally safe. The orthodontist couldn't hurt me anymore. I had a nice smile, and I never had to go back to the orthodontist again. But then, my mom got braces and a palate expander because she wasn't happy with her smile. I guess the body shaming worked. And soon after getting them, she said,
I was not sympathetic enough to you guys when you wore these. These hurt.
Did you think I was lying? Of course they hurt. But now we both have great smiles. I guess pain really is beauty. It takes a lot of work to look this good. But at least it's over now.
Hey, by the way, I just scheduled your wisdom teeth removal surgery.
Wisdom teeth. Why do they call them wisdom teeth? Those teeth are obviously stupid idiots because they're going the wrong freaking way. Vestigial structures, useless body parts, are so stupid, and some of them actually hurt you. Your appendix can blow up and kill you for no reason. Your wisdom teeth sprout out of nowhere and ruin your other straight teeth. And don't even get me started on the tailbone. These things have no purpose. That's just bad character design. Basically, these dumb teeth were dooming me to another appointment with pain. I sat in the chair and I wanted to try and resist the sleep medication, but it went more like this. Okay, this medication is gonna make you a little sleepy.
I can resist this easily.
And you're done.
Oh, what? It seriously just felt like... Then my face swelled up and I lived on the couch for 2 weeks off mashed potatoes, applesauce, and ice cream. So, it wasn't all bad. And that was my dental journey. It definitely hurt and there were some questionable decisions made, but at least that orthodontist can afford a pool in his backyard now. All in all, I'm actually grateful to have nice teeth, and I'm very lucky that my mom loved me enough to fix these chompers, because my bite attack does way more damage now. Don't forget to check out the merch store for these sweet deals and the new ham. We've got new merch. A Bryson Elf on the Shelf plushie with a reindeer ham, ham socks, and ham pajamas, or as I like to call them, pajamas. Get it? They're all super comfy and make for great stocking stuffers. All of these are available separately and in cool bundles with limited edition Black Friday discounts. Go check out the store using the link in the description and get yours in time for the holidays.
Hey Bryson, look over here. I've got a toy for you.
No, look over here. I've got a snack for you.
Whoa, he's looking at both of us.
Should we get him checked out?
Meh, he's probably fine.
Hi, I'm Bryson, and today I'm finally gonna fulfill a promise I made 6 years ago.
Also, my eyes are kind of messed up. I'll talk about it in a future video, but anyways.
Okay, that's enough of that. Now, I know what you must be thinking. Why did it take you 6 years to finally talk about this? And to that I say, I don't know. Get off my case, dude. You're not my dad. Our story begins 23 years ago. My mom was pregnant, and she, my dad, and all my siblings were hoping for a girl, since she had had 2 boys in a row. Then, much to everyone's disappointment, she had another boy. Me! Little did they know, the disappointments were just getting started. Before I could even speak, my parents noticed some issues.
Why do his eyes look like that?
My left eye would drift. Sometimes I'd be wall-eyed, and sometimes I'd be cross-eyed. I think this baby is a dud. Send it back and get a new one. There's even a family photo of me wearing Mr. Potato Head glasses.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
In fact, there are a lot of goofy pictures of little me. Look at that. Not a thought behind those eyes. Eventually, my parents took me to the eye doctor and ran some tests.
Look here, buddy. Follow the pen. Yep, just like that. Okay, all done. Have a lollipop. Yeah, his left eye's looking a little lazy. There's a few things we can do to try and fix it. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to fix his critically low IQ, though.
They tried putting a patch over my good eye so that the left one would pick up the slack, and they tried prescription glasses with a stronger lens on the left side. Neither worked very well. Plus, I didn't like wearing them because I'm not a nerd. Welcome back to Top 10 Things That Aren't True. Number 1, Bryson claiming to not be a nerd. Number 2, me claiming that I'm fine. I'm not. Plus, the eye patch temporarily turned me into a pirate, so they decided to try eye surgery instead. As you might expect, I have no idea how this surgery works, but here's my interpretation.
Here you go.
My eye was good as new. Or was it? I can see fine out of both eyes now, but my right eye is very dominant. So when I'm tired, my right eye takes the wheel and my left eye wanders. My left eye is just a slacker, I guess. He's just like me. Since my right eye is usually in charge, sometimes in the middle of doing something, I'll close my right eye and realize that my left eye was looking at something else entirely the whole time. Jeez, what a jerk. I'm gonna pull up next to him and stare him down, and then maybe even share a rude hand gesture with him.
But Bryson, how can you stare him down while also keeping your eyes safely on the road?
Trust me, I got this. A disadvantage of my eyes being weird is that the floating finger illusion has never worked for me. Apparently, for normal people with normal eyes, if they hover their fingers in front of their face and focus on something in the distance, it looks like there's a magic floating sausage in between their fingers. But I'm not like other guys. It doesn't work for me. It just makes me look stupid in public when I try to do it. Maybe the illusion doesn't even exist. What? I'm just supposed to take your word for it? I've never seen it, therefore it's probably not real. Just like the curvature of the Earth. I think part of the reason that my left eye is lazy is that since I have blue eyes, I'm more sensitive to sunlight. And as a kid, I developed a nasty habit of going outside and closing my left eye to avoid the sun. I should have just used sunglasses, but my critical thinking skills hadn't developed yet. Still waiting on that, actually. Some people have noticed my lazy eye before because it wanders when I zone out. And being the goofy little airhead that I am, I zone out a lot. My eyes unfocus and I begin to imagine whatever my silly brain can come up with. A shark with legs, a button that magically kills every mosquito, a Lego spaceship, food I want to eat, and sometimes I think about absolutely nothing at all. Then I zone back into reality only to realize that I've been staring intensely into a stranger's eyes and making them very uncomfortable. Or potentially making them fall in love with me as they get lost in my dreamy blue eyes that look like the sea after a storm. That's never happened before, but a guy can dream.
Wait, do you have any gum? What'd you say? Sorry. I'm all eyes. I mean ears.
A weird ability that my eyes have developed is that I can unfocus them at will. Whenever I'm bored, boom, I can just make everything go blurry. It's great for when I don't want to pay attention to something, or for when a movie goes too long without a fight scene. But a side effect of unfocusing my eyes is that I look really stupid while doing it. Look. Okay, here's my special talent. I'm focused on the camera, now I'm not. Now I am, now I'm not. Now I am, now I'm not. Anyway, I try my best to hide my affliction from the world, but sometimes I forget about my curse. Despite my efforts, I zoned out in high school once. And when I zoned back in, I was staring at a girl I knew. And I could see in her face that my cover was blown. Wait, are your eyes? Yes, they're weird and disgusting, I know. We laughed it off and talked. As many of you know, I'm a very late bloomer. I looked way younger than a normal high school boy. Then, as we talked, the girl said, I just had a vision of you in the future. It's a glow up. And her prediction still hasn't come true. I've been waiting all this time. About time. Wait, was that girl flirting with me? I guess my stormy eyes have gotten someone to fall in love with me. Too bad I realized this 5 years too late. Anyway, back to my weird eyes. I looked it up, and apparently being able to unfocus your eyes manually comes from the ability to relax the ciliary muscle, and not everyone can do it. So yay, we all learned something today. Look at these pictures. I can do this with my eyes whenever I want. It's great. It's dissociation on command. Oh no, I'm bored in class? Boom, welcome to the blurry realm. My family and friends definitely make fun of me though, cause they can tell when I'm not listening to them.
So the other day I was repainting the guest bathroom for the 6th time, and then I decided that I didn't like any of the doorknobs in the house, so I had to replace those. And hey, are you listening to me? Use both your eyes. As I was saying, I think I want to rearrange the furniture and go for a more rustic style and
you can also tell when I'm tired. Uh-oh, looks like it's past someone's bedtime. What makes you say that? And because of my wonky eye, my depth perception isn't great, and you guessed it, that means I'm terrible at sports. Honestly, I'd probably suck at sports even with perfect eyes because of my bad reflexes, but it's nice to have something to blame. I'm seriously scared to play basketball because I feel like there's a 50% chance that I'll get crossed up so bad that I break both my ankles and then get my nose broken by the ball. My physical form ain't built for that. My physical form is good enough to draw silly little pictures though. At the end of the day, I love my silly little eyes. They're a perfect match for my silly little brain. And by that I mean, the doctors can't fully fix either one of them. But they make me unique, and I can look 2 people in the eyes at the same time. Can you do that? No. Welcome to Street Magic with Bryson. You there! Come here and I'll show you a magic trick!
What? No thanks, I'm just trying to get to work.
Trust me, you're gonna love this.
What's happening? Let me go!
Look into my eyes.
Oh, they actually are very striking eyes. They remind me of a stormy sea. I'm getting lost in them. Can't look away.
Uh-huh. Now check this out. Hi guys, it's me, your favorite.
Bryson, and today I'm going to talk about the times I got hurt and then my entire nervous system went. Luckily, I've never broken a bone, though. Wow, Bryson, you've never broken a bone? Your pain is irrelevant, you stupid idiot. Although I've never broken a bone, I've still experienced a wide range of physical pain. For example, one time I was holding a big PVC pipe and I threw it on the ground and it ricocheted back and hit my funny bone at Mach 10. It felt like an electrical fire on my arm. I hereby vote for the removal of funny bones from the human body because all it causes is pain. On second thought, why not remove all bones? Can't break what isn't there. Another time, I fell down face first while snowboarding and I scorpioned so hard that the bottom of my snowboard hit the back of my head. See that? Your back isn't supposed to do that. That causes a lot of ouchy feelings.
Oh, my back!
Now, let's move on to the big ones. The ones that reminded me of my mortality. The ones where life went, this kid has had it too good for too long. Time to remind him who's in charge. Okay, number 1. I was sitting on top of my bunk bed zoning out when my mom called me. I decided that to save time, I would forego using the ladder and just jump off the top bunk. Little did I know the fan was going at top speed. It was so fast that I didn't even see it. So I jumped and... It happened so fast that I didn't even feel it at first, but I reached up to check the damage and then I saw the blood. Mom? What's up, honey? I'm losing blood at an alarming rate and would be most grateful if you, my caregiver and guardian, would transport me to the hospital to help heal the wounds so that I can continue this mortal journey rather than ending it prematurely due to loss of blood. Nah, I'm kidding. What I actually said was... This other time, me and my brothers were bonding with Dad. How? Dad would pull down the basketball hoop, let one of us grab on, and then he'd let go and it would slingshot us into the air. Obviously. Anyway, I could see my brothers doing it and I wanted to turn. Okay, 3, 2, 1. My head slammed into the basketball rim, and that's naturally where my memory stops. My parents say that it scalped me a little bit and that I have a little bald spot. However, I have so much hair that neither I nor my parents have ever been able to find this so-called bald spot. I guess it's not there after all. This other time I was really young and my older brother was in an argument with Mom. Now, being in my family, you learn to tune things out because yelling and screaming and fighting is all commonplace. Don't worry, we make up afterwards. But anyways, as Mom and Brody were arguing, I was all like, wow, this door hinge looks pretty cool. I should put my fingers in there. Just then, the argument came to a climax and Brody slammed the door shut as hard as he could. Onto my fingers. My fingers bent every which way. They looked like rubber. We went to the doctor, and surprisingly, nothing was broken. When you're really young, your bones are still soft and springy, and that's why they didn't break. Also, that's why some babies need to wear helmets, because otherwise, you might accidentally sculpt their soft head into a cone, like this. Okay, last story. One time, I was just chilling in my room with my brothers. We had a punching bag hanging under one of the loft beds, and we would take turns tackling it. It was my turn, and the punching bag was swinging. But I was too young to understand how momentum worked. So I dove for it swung out of the way, and my face slammed into the wall. I was taken to the hospital, and as my mom tells me, the doctors had to clean the wound, but I wouldn't let them for some reason. So they put me in a straitjacket, and I screamed, "Stop touching me! Stop touching me! Do you speak English? Stop touching me!" And then they hit me with that good sleep juice.
I'm tired.
Anyway, I got stitches, and now I have a cool scar across my eyebrow. Thank you for taking a trip down memory lane with me. Down memory pain with me. It all hurt a lot. But Bryson, I've never been injured before. Well, we can fix that. How? Hi, I'm Bryson, and I'm 19 now, and I drive a car. Wow, your voice is so high, and you look so young. There's no way you're 19. Since everyone ever thinks I'm not actually as old as I say I am, I'm gonna prove you all wrong. By driving this car. Ow! Ow! So guys, now you can finally stop denying that I'm actually as old as I say I am. And... oh shoot.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
You look a little too young to be driving. I need to see your driver's license.
No.
Hey!
Officer, please! I was breaking the law. Ironically, you don't understand. Anyway, I'm Bryson, and I don't like driving. Driving is scary. I just wish I could teleport. But I guess we're all still stuck with cars, and with that comes some funny stories. So, let's get into it. Soon after I got my license, I was looking forward to the opportunity of my first honk. However, no drivers around me had made any serious transgressions, so I hadn't had the opportunity to use my car horn at all. And I couldn't have just honked at nothing because I looked it up and it's actually illegal to honk for no reason. Watch. Put your hands up! No. Anyway, me and my mom were in the car together waiting for the light. The light turned green, but the person in front of me wasn't moving. This is it, the moment I've been waiting for. I can finally honk at someone. Here I go. He wasn't going. You stole my first honk! I was devastated, but I came up with a way to enact revenge.
What? You?
This other time, me and my brother and some friends were going to a trampoline park to jump around. Brody drove us over there, and we had to sign these waivers. So I start signing the waiver when a lady working there says, "Honey, you need your mommy to sign that." I'm 18. You're not 18. I am 18. You're not 18. Look, I get it. That lady was just doing her job. Kids probably try and lie about their age all the time at that place. But you gotta understand how frustrating it is for me to hear people denying my age all the time. And the condescending and rude tone she used was not appreciated. Since I forgot my license at home, Brody said, "Here's my keys. Go drive home and get your license. We're gonna jump without you. Haha, sucks for you." My friend Kira came with me because she's nice, and she listened to me rant about how rude that lady was in the car. Good thing I didn't get pulled over because I wouldn't have had my license. "I'm gonna need to see your license and registration." This is my brother's car, and I don't have my license, so... no. Anyways, I got my license, drove back, and shoved it in that lady's face. And I got to jump with my friends. However, as we walked out to the car, we found out that in my passionate ranting about the rude lady, I had left the keys in the ignition, leaving the car unlocked and running. Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to drive a car. This other time I was driving down a straight road, just vibing, when I saw someone in front of me pull up waiting to turn left. For those of you who don't know how a left turn works, you have to yield to the traffic in the road until there's a big enough gap for you to turn left. So, I had the right of way, so I kept driving. Then the guy tried to sneak out into my lane expecting me to stop for him. When I didn't stop, he hit his brakes, yelled angrily, and had the audacity to honk his horn at me. And I can honestly say it's one of the biggest regrets of my life that I didn't honk back. I should have been like, "Don't you honk your horn at me! You're turning left, broski, so if I were you, I would yield!" Learn traffic laws, you gremlin. Hey, you're under arrest for destroying that guy's car. No. Hey, guys.
Alright, tomorrow's the big day. Gonna meet my fans. Gotta rest up and be ready to do the best meet and greets ever. Surely nothing bad will happen to me before then. Hi, I'm Bryson, and this story revolves around my ears. And if you take a look at the Bryson character sheet, you'll notice that while the young versions of me have ears, the current version doesn't, because I don't listen. But for the purposes of this video, whenever we're talking about my ears, I'm just gonna do that. As I was preparing for VidCon, my ear started to hurt a bit. I had a feeling it was an ear infection, so I took some medication and hoped it would clear up before the con. My family and I flew out, started setting up the booth, and then ate dim sum together. The next day, we finished setting up and began relaxing in the pool to prepare for the busy days ahead. My ear was still feeling funky, but I thought it was no big deal and would heal up with my trusty eardrops. I was happy. I was content. and the universe laughed. I went to bed blissfully ignorant of the horrors that lay ahead. In the middle of the night, I was stabbed awake by a horrible pain that felt like this. Can you stop? In summary, it hurt. A lot. But I was still in denial. It was just a tiny ear infection. I wrestled with the pain for what felt like an eternity, trying desperately in vain to fall back asleep. Eventually, I just started silently weeping. And then, out of frustration, I punched my mattress, which woke up Brenner, who was sleeping on the top bunk. That's a testament to how much pain I was in, since Brenner sleeps so heavily he could nap through an earthquake. That's not hyperbole. He slept through a real earthquake once. What's wrong, man? My ear hurts. Why didn't you wake anyone up to help you? I didn't want to be a burden. Planning your funeral would be a burden. You're going to the hospital. Brenner woke up my parents and they took me to the ER. The doctor looked in my ear and said,
"Yep, your eardrum's ruptured."
I was shocked. I always assumed that if your eardrum ruptured that you would go deaf in that ear. Like in the movies when a gunshot goes off. But since I could still hear, I just assumed it couldn't be that. And I had no idea what had caused it. Apparently, eardrums can rupture spontaneously, which is awesome sauce. It's also possible that I had an ear infection, which weakened the eardrum and caused it to rupture. And going swimming the day before certainly didn't help anything. Then the doctor let Brenner, Mom, and Dad look in my ear, and they all winced. Brenner said it looked like a gaping hole in my head, like the eardrum was just gone. The doctor gave me medication and told me to set up an appointment with an ear, nose, throat specialist when I went home. Ruptured eardrum? I hope it's not irreplaceable. I was so exhausted and in pain, all I could think about was sleep. I didn't know if I'd be able to do VidCon. We went back to the Airbnb and I slept while my family ran the booth. Everyone was asking them about me. When will Bryson be here?
We don't know. He's feeling sick.
Don't tell them that. They'll think that he's contagious. He's not sick. His eardrum exploded and he's in terrible pain. So we don't know if he's gonna...
I'm never one to disappoint, and fortunately, despite my lack of sleep, my medication was working. They got me on that good stuff. And I had an earplug in to protect my ear from excess noise. And I did the meet and greet, looking totally normal for sure. Luckily, that was my least busy day. The worst was yet to come. Nice to meet you. Huh? I love your videos. What? You're so funny. Say what? Sorry, I can't hear you very well. Then that night, some friends and I got to go to Disneyland briefly. And I was in the mindset of, first we'll go on Cars, use the Fast Pass on Incredicoaster, do Single Rider on Guardians, and then gun it to the other part. Got it? Go, go, go! But while I was trying to get us on the ride, we got a little held back because someone wanted to meet Lightning McQueen in the flesh, or in the steel. Good job! We got on the ride, and I don't know if it was a malfunction or something, but they just sent us through the ride twice. Brody was in heaven. Okay, the park's closing soon. We gotta get to the Incredicoaster.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a quick peek at the souvenirs.
Then he bought the entirety of the gift shop. Come on! We ran as fast as we could, but it was shut down due to a malfunction. There were people stuck in their seats at the beginning of the ride, imprisoned for all time. No! Let's try to get to the Guardians while there's still time. It's shut down! No! California Adventure is closed! No! But Disneyland is still open. We can still catch Rise of the Resistance. Oh my God! We're closed. No!
Well, I think that was a great trip.
The next day, I had 3 meet and greets coming up, but I decided to do my best to manage the pain and play it by ear. Since I'm an introvert, meet and greets are really hard for me, but also very rewarding. It's always great to meet you guys, so don't ever hesitate to say hi. Then I did a drawing panel with some other creators. Luckily, this time we handed the drawings out to people instead of throwing them as paper airplanes. I'll never forget the first drawing panel I did. I made a funny drawing, then folded it into a paper airplane and threw it into the crowd. And the moment I let go of the plane, I knew I had made a mistake. The crowd went feral. People were jumping, pushing, and grabbing. It was nuts. But we did it for the first drawing, so we were committed to doing it for the rest of them on that panel. I'm never doing that again, I thought. But then the very next VidCon, they told us to do it. Despite my telling everyone to stay calm and stay seated, once we threw the planes, people were jumping out of their seats, moshing at the front, and pushing. I'd throw an airplane, multiple people would get a grip on it, and they would all pull, ripping the drawing to shreds. It was chaos. Like, guys, it's a 60-second drawing of a ham with a top hat. chill. But luckily, this time the staff just handed the drawings out after the show. So there was no carnage. The casualties are dropping year by year. Most people who meet me survive the encounter. Hi, nice to meet you. Same here. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Thanks for coming. Bye. That night, they closed down the expo hall so that all the creators could experience all the booths. I got some free stuff, and my friends asked if I wanted to go out to eat, and I said, that sounds great. Then we all went out to eat more dim sum because I'm a dim sum goblin. Pork buns, hot and sour soup, and dumplings hate to see me coming, I'll tell you what. You know that food in Studio Ghibli movies that you always wanted to eat? It was like that, but real. I made quick work of that and got some much needed shut-eye. I was pretty tired, but luckily today I only had to do 4 meet and greets. They call me the meter and greeter extraordinaire. And not to brag, but I did it all with a hole in my head. Because my fans are the coolest and sweetest ever. They deserve a creator who will show up for them. Dried blood on your plushie is just part of the experience, guys. And now y'all know, even if I broke my back, I'd still pull up. Hi, nice to meet you. Let me sign that. Do you want a picture? Yeah. Thank you. Finally, after several hours, I had done it. I went backstage and deflated in a chair. You can say no, but there's one more family that traveled a long way that missed you and really wants to meet you. And they were really sweet and understanding. And then finally, I was done for real this time. And now you know that if you met me at VidCon this year, my ear was busted the whole time. Once VidCon was over, my family and I were exhausted, but we had one more thing planned. And we were gonna do it right this time. Okay, we'll show up early, then we'll run to Nintendo World, ride Mario Kart, then while everyone else is trying to get to Mario Kart, we'll book it to Harry Potter. Go, go, go! Can I take a look at the souvenirs first? No! Then we approached the Jurassic Park ride that warned, you will get wet on this ride. So I put an earplug in and bought a poncho to be extra cautious. And my dad called me a wimp, like a supportive father. Don't worry, he later ate those words, along with a bucket's worth of theme park water. My body was dry and my hairdo was high. All right, next ride. I did the right thing and protected myself. After all, I didn't want to be irresponsible. Also, I'm used to getting recognized at VidCon, but usually in other public spaces, I fly under the radar. So I was surprised by how many people recognized me at Universal. It was nice to meet people in a different setting. Sorry about the blood. Then we flew home. Fortunately, my ear hadn't been hurting as much, so I stopped taking the pain medication and just stayed on the antibiotic to fight the infection. But now that I was home, I had to actually set up an appointment to see what the recovery process would be like. Would I need surgery, an ear transplant, a head transplant? How long would it take? Who knows? I dialed the number. I was gonna set up the appointment all by myself like a true adult.
What's your insurance?
I don't know.
Who's your primary care provider?
I don't know.
Do you at least have an ID?
I don't know.
Show up in a week and we'll see what we can do.
Crushed it! I showed up, told him what happened, and he had a device that let me look into my ear while he was. And to my surprise, it was healed. I was shocked. 2 weeks earlier, when we were just learning that my eardrum was ruptured, the doctor let my family look and see, and they all said it looked like a bullet went through my head. Like, the eardrum wasn't just damaged, they said it was pretty much gone completely, so I assumed the healing process would take much longer. But the doctor said,
yeah, you're young and healthy, and the body is an amazing thing. You actually healed yourself without needing us at all. Anyways, that'll be $200.
I went from no eardrum to completely healed in 2 weeks. Are you guys hearing this?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Don't worry, I'll be ear all night. In conclusion, I had a great time at VidCon despite my irritating mishap. But for real, it was great seeing all the animator buddies, meeting all my wonderful fans, and getting my social interaction for the year over and done with. After all that, I think I'll go back to having no ears and not listening again. I've heard enough. Hi guys, did you miss me? Admit it,